There's a lot of stuff Claire can't eat. So if I go to the feed and I get Claire something to eat, she can't eat most of it. It'll make her sick. So, despite the fact that I have brought her meals repeatedly, the fact is that most of the stuff that I bring her, she can't eat. A lot of the stuff that I eat is on lists of things I'm not supposed to eat. But it's what's available, so I eat it. I'm lucky, though, because I don't have allergens with any of that. I've eaten out of dumpster slime. I'm not allergic to peanuts like Amanda Daniels. I'm not allergic to strawberries like Scott. But some people do have actual legit allergies. Now, is it useful for me to bring her food that she can't eat? No, it's not. Not even a little bit. But there's a chance there might be something on that tray or that plate that she can eat that won't make her sick. Now, thank goodness her allergies aren't so severe that it even being on the same plate is going to force her to break out just from touching it. But there's also, if I have a list of what she can and cannot eat, then I can better be able to choose stuff when I'm at one of the feeds. But if she'd go to the feed, it's a block away from where she's parked. If she'd have gone to that, which I tried telling them about, well, she'd have been able to pick out her own food. I understand not wanting to abandon your everything, even for the 20 minutes it takes to go sit down and eat, or the 5 minutes it takes to go grab something to eat and come back. Because, well, the door to the church and being in visual range of her vehicle or mine or any of the other ones here is about 5 minutes of not seeing it. It's not a very far walk. Now, how useful would it be for her to go down and get it herself? Well, she'd have to be cognitive enough to know that it's going on. If she's super tired, then she's probably not going to get anything done. She's super tired. When I am super tired, people are not understanding of that. They're not understanding of the fact that I stayed up all night helping somebody else. Not always somebody who promised to help me, but often. However, just because somebody didn't offer to help me doesn't mean that when they're in need, they're magically not in need anymore just because of your ignorance. With me bringing her food that she can't eat, it does take up resources to go get that food, and it does take resources to bring it back, and she doesn't treat me like she's ungrateful for the food at all. She's aggravated by the fact that she can't eat most of it, or any of it, in some cases. As much as my solution in my own head might help out, the reality of it is, if she can't eat what's on the plate, she can't eat what's on the plate. She might be nice and take it, and I've done that. There's plenty of stuff that is just a waste of my time and a waste of their time, and I take it anyway, because if I take it, well, then maybe they'll help me. Maybe they'll see that as a sign that I'm trying to get help the way that they want, even though these people all promised to help me the way that I needed. When they didn't follow through, that's not my fault, not my choice, not my decision. Now, with understanding that she has allergies, that does help me out to know that she has allergies, and that what I bring her might not be what she's able to eat. And also that if she's complaining that she's not able to eat it, It's not that she's saying I'm a bad person for bringing it to her, which is the interpretation I've gotten from a whole bunch of people when there's stuff I'm not able to do. Now, as far as getting wet, yes, I understand only one of us needs to get wet. I understand, there's multiple situations with Casey as well where only one of us needs to get out of the vehicle. Only one of us is needed to pump gas. Only one of us is needed for a lot of different tasks. If it's raining out and it is a torrential downpour, there's no reason to make the passenger get out of the vehicle and walk around and stand right next to you while you stand at a flooded pump and get poured on like a couple adults. No, you can step over and talk through your window to your passenger and allow that person to at least stay warm. At least one of you can stay warm. Also, it makes it easier to change into a set of clothes because it's a lot easier to find one set of clean clothes or one set of at least dry clothes than to dig through for two. But the thing is, I'm giving up a lot. And I have to. I have to give it up because I have to get help. For people to get familiar with my situation, they have to be able to stop and listen. A lot of people, they want to make it story exchange hour, and then we end up exchanging stories, and mostly it's them telling me about their personal life, and we never get focused on mine at all. And then I'm frustrated, but I'm not allowed to be frustrated. Only they are allowed to be frustrated. And it's a very frustrating situation. I don't hate any of these people. I hate the fact that I'm going to lose everything because nobody is understanding that, yes, when I need help, instead of procrastinating for 5 days straight, let's get it fucking done right here and now. It'll be done and over with, and then we can proceed with more of the things you want done because, well, it seems to me I end up doing a whole bunch of stuff for free. And it's not free. It costs me. It costs me time. It costs me money. It costs me energy. It costs me wear and tear on my vehicle. It costs me. But I think about the costs for others when they help me. I do think of the cost of it. I also think to myself, God damn, if they'd have fucking spoken up to begin with, it wouldn't have cost anybody all of this fucking extra. It wouldn't have been necessary. If Kinga Nichols had spoken up at the very beginning instead of making me record her to show that I was telling the truth, that she's not a figment of my imagination or a delusion. It don't matter how honest you are if nobody ever speaks up. I gotta come up with another 30 cents or so I'll have enough to get me a soda pop. Or, sorry, McDonald's coffee. And you wouldn't think that would be too complicated to come up with. I do have some pennies, which is a good start. But I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. When it comes to helping people, it has to be the right help. If somebody needs help turning in their predators, they need you there with them when they turn it in so they're not blown off. They will get blown off if they have to go in alone. And if you're telling me to go to government agencies that are supposed to help me, they're not going to help me unless you're there in prison, in person, showing that you actually give a shit. Showing that if they try to pull anything fucking shady, there's somebody there to see it, to witness it. And of course, showing that somebody does care. Now I gotta, cruise around a couple of parking lots looking for change. And I'm not using up all of my gas, but I'm using up quite a bit of it. And a lot of the stuff that I gotta do for myself, go down to do it for myself, and I come back, and whatever agreements that I've made and we've arranged for, it just doesn't end up happening. I will be right back, however. Oh, they're there. up and wait, hurry up and wait. Did I mention hurry up and wait? On the bright side, I didn't get anything useful done today. On the other bright side, I still didn't get anything useful done today. I ran around a whole bunch and did the hurry up and wait thing, and we'll do this at this time and we'll do this at that time. I was where I was supposed to be close to the designated time. I also made sure that I messaged, but the thing is, I can't do shit about all their batteries. She can get her battery charged up, but she needs gas. That'll be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Friday, which means I'll be stuck all weekend. The thing is, they're not going to take the time to listen to the situation that I'm in because they're stuck in hangout mode, and that's not useful help for me. And of course, when I'm trying to talk to either one of them, they get a nugget stuck in their head and they have to spout it out. There's no stopping it. It's going to happen. And it's a frustrating dynamic for me because, I've been there for both of them when they've been extremely frustrated. And they're allowed. I'm really frustrated with the whole situation. I mean, I do feel severely used. And intent or not, I need them to keep their word. See, that's the problem with help, is that it shouldn't be help. It should be for mutual benefit, not, hey, Sean will help you, and then Sean is the one running around like a chicken with his head cut off. And a lot of people want to say, oh, well, these people offered this and these people offered that. Did they follow through? Do you ever bother to find that out? Did those people follow through? I'm frustrated. I'm not getting any help. I'm running around in circles, helping everybody who promises to help me, and none of them follow through. At the end of the day, it's going to be, all right, well, I need this, and 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 holy fuck, I have nothing left to give. Nothing left to give. Doesn't matter if I keep my end of the bargain or not. Nobody's going to keep theirs. I get tired of people promising to help, and then I end up doing all the helping, and I get screwed for it. I need help. This is taking advantage of an at-risk adult, and that sucks. People don't hit hard times intentionally, but when people are desperate, they do desperate shit. I need actual help. I need someone to actually give a fuck. It's going to end up where I'm just here to listen to people bitch about all of their fucking problems, and then they go off and do fun stuff with other people, and then, I'm getting dumped on, emotionally fucking dumped on with everybody else's shit. If I ask for help, then they dump all of their fucking shit on me, and they don't bother to listen to what the fuck is going on, and I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Why won't someone fucking put me in the ground? Why won't they? Fucking help me or kill me, Jesus Christ. Not hurry up and wait and hurry up and wait. And no, I didn't go out and get any resources today because I was busy with this, and this. He's not going to invest any resources towards helping me. He's investing in trying to get some female attention in specific. That's not an environment that's conducive to fucking helping somebody. the biggest problem over at fucking Ventus's was that Ventus wouldn't fucking shut up and allow me to get the help that I needed. He was constantly a goddamn attention whore. I needed Stephanie Mejia's help, and getting her help was fucking impossible because he kept on feeding her drugs and fucking alcohol and fucking her and then talking nonstop about how all the men in her life were just using her. Jesus fucking Christ. That's not help. At the end of the day, neither one of them have taken a look at the evidence and tried to help turn it in. At the end of the day, neither one of them have actually stopped and listened to me without interrupting me repeatedly and refusing to listen and talking over me. It's like I'm speaking fucking Greek and they're just telling me, oh yeah, I understand, but then they really don't, because it turns out I must be speaking Greek. Even with his promising that he's going to today, using the words, I promise, it still didn't happen. Did he try to make the appointment? No, he didn't. He completely flashed it off because he was trying to spend attention over vagina, and at this point, that's really what it is. Another fucking sexist situation. If I was a woman, he would have helped already. If I was a woman, he would be investing resources into helping me instead of me having to come up with all of the resources and having to help everybody else and getting absolutely fucking shafted in the process. I understand that they're in desperate situations too, but so am I. So am I. I'm in a desperate situation. I keep repeatedly helping other people who claim that they're going to help me, and this is not working. I've got to explain the dynamics of repeatedly interrupting me to people who can't stop interrupting me. I gotta try to explain to people that I am stuck taking this abuse until they are fucking capable of caring about somebody other than themselves enough to actually speak up. I speak up daily. Every single day, and I will continue speaking up until the day that I die. But it's unfortunate that that day didn't come 10 fucking years ago. Because then there would be a lot of people who had to fess up to their own shit because they wouldn't have a fucking scapegoat. It's not that I'm not fucking trying, it's that nobody keeps their word. It's always everyone else's turn to speak, everyone else's turn to be heard. Everybody else's opinion is more important than somebody who is actually fucking there. I don't hate these people. I hate the fact that they haven't helped and they haven't killed me. I hate the fact that I've repeatedly showed up and repeatedly nothing has happened. And you know, this morning getting pawned off onto him when I already knew that the issues with his van were going to make this fucking impossible, and they did, especially given the fact that he didn't actually go out and do anything to fucking get it moved. I came back and he was interested in cuddling. Last night he wanted to do the cuddling thing. Yesterday afternoon, same thing. Yesterday morning, same thing. I mean, none of them are actually going to help me. None of them are going to invest any of their time when I'm not here into me. It's going to be invested into each other. I mean, I could drive their batteries and hook their batteries up every single day. It's not going to get me any actual help. It's going to get, well, I can't because, well, I can't fucking help either. I can't help because nobody's reciprocating. I can't get that time back. I do feel severely used. And I do understand the dynamics of people wanting to have an interpersonal relationship. But at the same time, fuck, I can't keep doing this. If people could actually stop demanding so much of others, especially others that they claim they're going to help. If they could have actually helped me, any of these people who said that they were gonna, if even one of them stopped to actually fucking do so, instead of prolonging it for literally months. Here I am day after day after day after day after day, helping people out who keep promising but not keeping their word. That's not fucking help. These people are literally pushing me to fucking kill myself. It doesn't feel good when it happens to them. And when somebody interrupts you to tell you, oh, I understand about being interrupted over and over and over again, like, fuck! At this point, yes, it is absolutely directed right at you. And so by that point, I'm fucking frustrated. I need to vent the fact that I am frustrated at that point. Yes, we're all adults. Well, let's be fucking adults. Adults can have an interpersonal relationship and still get shit fucking done. A sandwich does not make up for the time wasted. I'm overwhelmed. I can't do this. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep jumping through hoops for help that I'm never. I can't keep wasting gas on people's stuff so they can help themselves. I can't just keep doing that when it costs me to do that. Am I going to get reimbursed for any of this? No, I'm not. They don't have anything to take care of themselves. Meanwhile, I need their time and their words. And I'm wasting resources trying to fucking barely hold on until one of them makes actual time. But it has to be not 6 fucking years from now. That's the problem with Brandon Ratner. That is the problem with literally everyone. I'm sick, so I'm not worth helping. I'm, of course, endowed with having a penis, so I'm for taking for a ride, apparently. And it's demeaning. It's fucking demoralizing. It's fucking hell. I'm not sexist, but if you're female, that's where my resources are going to go. And of course, that's also dependent on my interpersonal relationships and my thises and my thatses and my van and my electricity and my... Why are you offering things you can't provide? You know that your batteries aren't charged. Why are you offering it? You didn't go and charge your batteries or try to charge your batteries, so why are you offering something you can't provide? It's because what he wants will help him out. He knows it's not going to help me out. If he convinces me to do this and that and the other, and then it'll be used differently than what it was supposed to be used for. That was the problem with them alcoholics in Hood River wanting me to change in their bottles. If they'd have been honest about it, yeah, no problem. But you have to be honest about it. Also, if I'm telling you that doesn't help me, I'm explaining to you it doesn't help me because it doesn't help me. Now, she could help me, but the thing is that it has to be a situation where I'm allowed to. And it's kind of like with my sister and Ed. My sister, every time that I went there to try to get help from my sister and try to explain the situation, Tara ended up needing help, and I'd give her money so that she could have the help that she needed because she couldn't help me unless she got help. And then I fucking paid her so that she could fucking go do that shit, and she still didn't fucking help. The first day she did badass. I was glad that she fucking showed up and she sorted through stuff. She didn't need to sort through it for that long though, and it was impossible drawing her attention away from it. With Mandy Singer, yes, while I was there, I ended up helping her out a lot. I kind of had to. Somebody had to pick up the slack, and there was no slack to be picked up. She was fucking stretched to her limit. She had the stuff with taking care of child care with her grandkids, and she had the whole situation with her getting to move into a different apartment. And then, of course, there's all the paperwork that goes with that. Plus, her having to worry that she was going to end up getting kicked out for helping me. And then there's also the additional part where she had to spend all that time going through and logging by hand all of her hours and every route that she took for deliver a meal or whatever the hell it's called so that she could get the community service hours that she needed in order to keep her housing there. Meanwhile, she is disabled, so she's having to jump through hoops for that. I mean, shit, for her to have time to do a goddamn thing. Yes, I had to do something to help too. It's necessary. But it wasn't my fault that all of those things came crashing down on her parade and made it impossible for me to get the help I needed there. With all these people who promised to help but didn't because they had family issues, the least they could have done is tell the truth about that. Then there's the people who use death or loss in a horrible way. When somebody is finally being hurt and maybe getting the help that they need, and you need attention right then and there, it's, well, somebody died or someone got sick or you're sick or whatever the case may be. You are really, really, really depraved of attention or feeling depraved of attention at that point. A lot of times I look it up and nobody fucking died. It was bullshit. Or, of course, there's the situations where somebody is claiming that they were friends with somebody who died. They didn't fucking know the person. They're only making that claim because it somehow justifies their stupidity and not keeping their word or being demanding of attention. But what is that attention for? Are you needing attention because you're lonely and alone? I can understand that. But I don't need attention because I'm lonely and alone. I need attention because I have to go through abuse over shit that never fucking happened. I have to take abuse because nobody fucking cares. Because people have no problems writing me for all my resources, but not reciprocating. I mean, that was one of the biggest issues. And I'm going to give you this example because it is important. With Rayanne Ingersoll, when I went there to Wyoming, it was supposed to be she was going to help me and I was going to help her. What it ended up being was her being drunk the whole fucking time and not making good decisions, smacking those kids. I was stuck in a subservient environment where I don't have any of the power legally there. And I'm having to babysit 2 children and an adult. And then there's a situation with Amy Witcher and Andrew Witcher. They were going to help me, and in exchange, I would watch their kids one day a week for Amy and one day a week for Andrew, and that way they could go do something. But it ended up being me babysitting every day while they ran around doing meth. Well, while he ran around doing meth and she was at work. And then after work, of course, well, then he's got some sort of internal fucking conundrum and they can't keep their word again, but they need me to babysit tomorrow. Like, holy fuck, that is just too much for me. Or there's the situation with Tabitha and Joshua Eichelberger, and Josh was her boyfriend at the time. They got kids together, but he's an alcoholic and he's a dick to everybody. Now, it's not my fault that he's like that, but he is like that. Or the situation where Tabby, of course, went at my throat over the situation with Graham and how badly he fucked up at my grandma's funeral. He should not have said the things that he said to that officer. They used that as an excuse to not do their job. I called 911 for a fucking reason. Graham slept through the whole fucking situation. Where did he have any right or place to fucking say what he did? Meanwhile, Laura Nelson had been up for the whole thing. She should have been the one to fucking say something. I called 911 not because I just needed someone to fucking talk to, but because there was some fucking shady shit going on with Ted fucking Bollinger and Alicia Bollinger, and it was fucking scary. And I don't hold animosity towards any of these people. You know, I had issues with Christine Buhit too. Well, Christine's dead. Anna Hunka's dead. Janine Barrett's dead. Fuck, there's a lot of fucking dead people. Stephen McMillion's dead. Of course, we all know Natalie's dead. But meanwhile, all these people who need help, they have the ability to make time and spend resources on entertainment and fun stuff for them. And you know, I don't get that. My resources are all going to help people out who are spending their money to entertain themselves. I can't afford that. You know, I get treated like I'm some sort of fucking useless goddamn piece of shit mooch from a bunch of people that I've been helping out. Now, I'm the one who's actually helping out, and they're just giving me empty words, and I'm not allowed to be frustrated? Well, that doesn't make any sense. And a lot of people tell me things like, well, it's hard to pour from an empty, can't pour from an empty cup. You need to find positive people. Well, yes, but there's also the fact that there is a time and a place for fucking diverting and doing other things, and there is a time and a place for fucking getting the work done. You take the break after work, not during work. If you're gonna spend your whole day at work, taking a break, taking your lunch break, taking your siesta, taking a nap, going to sleep, taking a shower, you're not working. When it comes to helping somebody, you actually have to get yourself in a work frame of mind, not all right, we're going to hang out and fucking talk shit all day. It's not like when you're painting the barn with the family. It's like when you're painting houses professionally and getting a fucking paycheck. It has to be that way. Because if you half-ass shit like that, nothing ever gets done. When you say, we'll get to it eventually, you know, we can either waste a whole shit ton of time, or we can spend an hour right now to take care of it right now. When somebody tells me someone's missing, I picked up right fucking now. When somebody tells me that they need a surgery, and if they don't get that surgery, they're gonna fucking die, I post up right now. When people say they're gonna help me, they mean never. They mean they're just gonna make the empty promise, but really, they're not gonna take the fucking hint that yes, right fucking now. Of course, these people, after making empty promises and not keeping their word for months at a time, you can hear these people recorded on my fucking YouTube channel saying, take it down now. Jamie Curtis wanted it taken down now. Katie Cahill wanted it taken down now. Veronica Bruce wanted it taken down now. Well, that's fucking entitlement right there. You want me to take down the fact that I went to you for help before Natalie died and you were drunk? No! Not gonna fucking happen. That's the thing with all these folks wanting this stuff off the internet. They don't want the things that they told me on the internet. Well, that fucking sucks for them, doesn't it? They could have actually tried to help. They could have tried looking at the evidence and speaking up. They could have spoken up about their part of the story and admitted it was fucking true, instead of forcing me to fucking record it and post it on the fucking internet. Just like Natalie and Alicia Bollinger and Maddie Boa could have fucking told the truth from the very fucking start, instead of forcing me to post about it on the fucking internet. I tried everything there was to try before having to post that shit on the internet. Anyway, I can't just keep driving around in circles looking for somebody who's actually going to help. Your intent, sure, whatever your intent is fine, but where's your follow through? Where is your follow through? I can understand if life happens. When life happens for you, it eats up a whole fucking day that you can't tell me what's going on, but I can at least inform you, and I do. I'm not ever a no-call, no-show unless there's absolutely no way to fucking contact you. Most of the time where I've been accused of being a no-call, no-show, it's by people who know that there's fucking recorded phone calls with these people showing I did call. There's also the phone records themselves that show that I did fucking call. I'm gonna walk around the parking lot here and see if I can come up with enough change to get a coffee at the McDonald's, so I can go sit over there for a few and use the internet and try to find actual help. I mean, they're too busy with the, I found somebody who's cool for right now and isn't a pain in the ass and makes me laugh phase. So, I mean, it's more of they're dating than anything else. And I mean, that's not to say that they are or to put a label on it, but as far as trying to get actual help, it's not a happening thing. They have other things on their minds, and that's not something that, well, I don't make people attracted to who they're attracted to. I don't make people who are lonely and desperate want to be in the arms of somebody. I don't make puppies get kicked, and I don't make people drown kittens. What I do know is that I'm running around in circles to help two people who are going to help me, both of them, and they're both instead helping themselves. But, emotionally they're getting something out of being with each other, and that is important. At the same time, that creates a dynamic which obviously makes it so I'm not going to be able to get help. Alright, well, I gotta go pee. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I suppose Fred Meyer's is the closest bathroom. It's open to the public. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to do that. I like to go in there when I have money to purchase something. However, I have not found any change in this parking lot, so I'm going to go to another one. People tend to be negative when they're in shitty situations, and that's not because they're actually being negative. It's because they know the reality of the situation and they're trying to get help. I'm going to end this video and then I'm going to pee.